What if I tell you the greatest power in America is not always visible? These are the people whose names you may never hear, but they silently control the global economy from behind the scenes. Today, we are going to uncover the hidden billionaire families in USA. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, Hidden Billionaire Families in USA. Today, we will explore some of the most secret and powerful billionaire families who built massive business empires without staying in the spotlight. These are the families who rarely appear in public, yet their influence reaches industries across the entire world. So let's begin this mysterious journey. Walton family, Walmart. Sam Walton was born in Oklahoma, USA. His childhood was simple, but his vision was enormous. In 1962, he opened a small retail store in Rogers, Arkansas. His philosophy was simple: lower prices, more customers. He believed that if products were affordable, people would naturally buy more. Slowly, that small store transformed into Walmart, and within a few years, it became the largest retail company in America. Walmart expanded from small towns to major cities across the country. Today, Walmart operates thousands of stores around the world. After Sam Walton's death, the empire was passed down to his family. Today, the Walton family is one of the richest families on earth, yet they continue to stay far away from media attention and public fame. Mars family, the secret candy empire. The Mars family story began in 1911 with Frank C. Mars in Washington, USA. As a child, Frank suffered from polio, so he spent much of his time learning how to make candy with his mother. Years later, he turned that small skill into a business. He started making chocolates in his own kitchen and selling them locally. At first, business was slow, and the family faced financial struggles. But Frank never gave up on his dream. Later, his son Forrest Mars joined the company with a much bigger vision. He believed the family business could become a global empire. Forrest Mars traveled across Europe, learned new business ideas, and brought innovation into the company. Together, they created famous products like M&M's, Snickers, Milky Way, and Mars bars. These chocolates became popular because they were affordable, tasty, and easy to sell worldwide. Over time, Mars Inc. expanded beyond candy into pet food, drinks, and food products. The company quietly became one of the largest private businesses in the world. Today, Mars products are sold in almost every country, and the family owns billions of dollars in wealth. Yet despite their success, the Mars family stays extremely private and rarely appears in public. Their empire was built through patience, smart business decisions, and generations of hard work. Cargill family. The story of the Cargill family began in 1865, just after the American Civil War, when a young businessman named William Wallace Cargill started a small grain storage warehouse in Conover. At that time, America's farming industry was rapidly growing, and farmers needed safe places to store their crops before selling them. William Cargill understood this opportunity earlier than most people. He believed that food and agriculture would always remain one of the world's most powerful businesses. Slowly, he expanded his grain storage operations near railway lines, which allowed crops to move faster across America. As years passed, the business continued growing bigger and bigger. Later, the McMillan family joined the company through family relationships and helped transform Cargill into a global powerhouse. Unlike many famous billionaire families, the Cargill family never chased media attention. They preferred privacy over publicity. While other business tycoons appeared on television and in newspapers, the Cargill family quietly focused on controlling global food supply chains behind the scenes. Over time, Cargill expanded into grain trading, meat production, agriculture, animal nutrition, food processing, and international shipping. the company became deeply connected to the global food system. Today, Cargill operates in more than 70 countries and handles massive amounts of food products that millions of people use every single day. From wheat and rice to meat and cooking oil, the company influences food markets across the entire world. What makes the story even more mysterious is that Cargill remains one of the largest private companies in America. Because it is privately owned, the family does not need to reveal many business secrets to the public. Even today, members of the Cargill and Macmillan families are considered among the richest people on earth, owning billions of dollars in wealth. Yet most ordinary people have never even heard their names. Their empire was not built through fame or public attention. It was built quietly through patience, long-term thinking, and control over one of the most important industries in human history: food. Rockefeller Vanderbilt. The Rockefeller family began with a man named John D. Rockefeller. In the late 1800s, America's oil industry was growing very fast, and Rockefeller saw an opportunity before anyone else. He started a small oil business that later became the famous Standard Oil Company. Through smart business strategies and powerful control over oil refineries, Rockefeller slowly dominated the American oil market. At one point, Standard Oil controlled nearly 90% of the oil business in the United States. His wealth became so massive that John D. Rockefeller is often considered the world's first billionaire. But Rockefeller was not only known for business, he also donated huge amounts of money to universities, hospitals, and charities, leaving a lasting impact on American society. On the other side was the Vanderbilt family. The family's rise began with Cornelius Vanderbilt, a man born into a poor family who started working with small boats and ferries. Over time, he built a powerful shipping business across America, but his real empire was created through railroads. Vanderbilt invested heavily in the railroad industry and eventually controlled many major railway lines across the country. At that time, railroads were the backbone of America's economy, and the Vanderbilt family became one of the most powerful forces in transportation. Together, the Rockefeller and Vanderbilt families helped shape the economic foundation of modern America. Even today, their influence can still be seen in banking, education, investments, and major institutions across the United States. These families were not just wealthy, they became symbols of power, influence, and the rise of American capitalism. These were the hidden billionaire families in USA. Families who changed the world without making noise. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Billionaire Family Stories USA, because the next stories will be even more mysterious and even more powerful. Thank you.